To me, I think International Women's Day basically kind of a reminder that we have achieved a lot as women in this world.
It'd be great if it wasn't getting enveloped by commercialism.
We need to see that the violence against women exists no more.
It raises us above from our immediate individual experiences.
I think International Women's Day matters a great deal.
Yeah, definitely it matters.
Absolutely, yes. It does matter a lot.
Okay, are we ready?
Ready?
Yes, ready.
Yes, I'm ready.
International Women's Day is a reflection of how far women have come over the years, but also it's a reminder of how much there's left to done. There's still a lot of challenges, and we should accept that there are a lot of challenges, and this is a motivation for women to fight for gender equality.
I think International Women's Day exists to give a particular focus to women's issues, to create a particular space to allow women's voices to take a prominent role and to mark progress, to mark failings, to mark where things need to go. I care about it because when people don't have their rights or their equality, it kind of diminishes us all. The kind of world I want to live in is one where people, everyone equally flourishes, everyone has the same opportunities.
I believe that International Women's Day should exist because it's a way to raise awareness among people. Not everybody knows about the importance of gender equality.
I think it gives me an opportunity to, like think and then retrospect and also like acknowledge and all the struggles, sacrifices, and as well as the achievements of all women around the world, including the indigenous women across Australia, India, and everywhere. So I think it's not just the celebration of women's achievement, but also about the struggles and the sacrifices that women have been, giving for the society, and this is where I think it gives an opportunity for all the men to acknowledge this sacrifices and struggles and achievements, and how we carry forward this journey together, all men and women equally and working together.
Well, I think that can sometimes be very context dependent, but in broad strokes, it's where everyone is given equal opportunity to flourish, like according to their particular needs. And their particular needs might be individual, they might be family, they might be community orientated, but we don't really live in a world at the moment that's able to take those things into account. There's also structural issues with positions of power are mostly occupied by men at the moment, so there needs to be structural changes on that kind of level as well, about who has power in our society.
For me, gender equality is a space, or we can say a platform, for all diverse gender identities, a society which is free of gender-based violence, a society which ensures a safe moving space for women, a society which is free of gender-based discrimination.
To me, gender equality means equal rights and equal opportunities, but also it means that we should recognize the differences between each genders, because the genders are different, there are differences, and we must learn to recognize them and accept them. And when we can accept the differences, then we can reduce the discrimination that each gender has to face.
In order to achieve gender equality, there are three key issues I believe needed to be addressed. The first one is power relationship. The second one will be structural violence. And the third one is about the distribution of resource and support.
Right now, as I see it, I think women in different parts of the world are seen as vulnerable, they're seen as weak, and they're looked down upon in terms of their capabilities. And so a lot of opportunities are not given to them that are normally given to men, and they miss out. They miss out to show what they're really capable of. And so I believe that women should be valued more, they should be recognized more, and they should be given chances to prove that they are capable of many things.
There needs to be more engagement from men on this issue, with each other, really. More listening, more kind of understanding, more taking the time to understand these issues. But yeah, structurally it would be good to see women in more positions of power. I think that would force a good change as well. And also a much more systematic approach to dealing with sexual violence. And I mean, there's the systemic issues around the justice system and how that works, but also education.
Gender inequality concerns both men and women and diverse gender identities. So I'll never say that it's a fight against men, but fight against the common problems in our society. But yes, somewhere men have been part of the problem, so they have to be also part of the solution.
I don't think that fight for gender equality would be equivalent to fight against the men. It seems to me that the rhetoric will only give men more power to say that, no, I don't have more power than women.
So as we all know, women have faced physical abuse from men, and they still continue to face physical abuse from men. We know about domestic violence incidents happening in different parts of the world. So I think it's not a fight against all men, but rather against the men who abuse women in this particular way. I think a lot has to do in the mindset of men. They should learn to respect women, value women, and not look down upon them in terms of their capabilities. I think if that is possible, then a large portion of gender inequality will be fixed.
I think men can be good allies and advocates in terms of helping to achieve formal equality around the politics of that kind of stuff. But I think actually the more difficult stuff is around the personal relationships that you have with women, and being mindful and putting yourself in a position of vulnerability where you actually reflect and listen, vulnerability and honesty about your own relationships and what you may have done right in the past or wrong in the past. But also thinking about what that means in terms of your relationships with other men, and the conversations you're having with other men around these issues, and what you're letting other people say or not say.
The men have to start the discussion, and we need to take the discussion to the spaces where we generally don't talk about gender identities, we don't talk about women issues. So this discussion has to start from those spaces. It can start from our families, it can start in our workspace, it can start in our societies, and this is how we take forward the discourse.
I believe that we need to show more respect to women. Not just showing respect, but taking action to show our respect. It's not just a slogan. It's you know, oh, many people will say, yeah, I would do that or something like that. But you know, where is your action?
Yes, it matters. I think it's very important to have a day where this issue gets particular focus, and a platform for people to discuss these issues and think about how it goes going forward.
International Women's Day matters a lot.
Yes, it matters.
I think International Women's Day matters a lot.